next major activity is going to be shutdown of the first stage. The Houston tracking station now acquiring the vehicle. With shutdown, we will get separation of Starship and Super Heavy and ignition of the Starship engines. When Starship separates, we light up 6 engines in a staggered sequence. And if all goes well, those 6 engines will burn for almost 6.5 minutes. Onboard view from Starship.
And CNN, they carried this, and then they had people freaking out over, oh, it explodes midair on the first launch attempt. And their reaction and the reaction that I've seen from some of the people on the left is truly stunning. And I'm going to explain why. Welcome back to the program. Dana Loesch here with you, your lovable curmudgeon. Sign up for the newsletter, chapter and verse. And this morning, it was the first test flight of this. It's the fully integrated Starship and Super Heavy rocket, and it's pretty significant. This is a huge, I know what I know and I know what I don't, but I do think that from what I understand, every single thing that they had involved with the creation of this rocket had been, they had it through test runs previously, but never before fully integrated like this, thus the maiden launch. And there was nobody in the rocket. It was an experiment. They were testing to see if they could just get the damn thing off the launch pad, ultimately, to get it up as far as they did in space, as far as they did in our atmosphere. And so SpaceX, this started trending online, a rapid unscheduled disassembly. And the left is like, well, we call that an explosion. Now, they hate Elon Musk because he bought Twitter, so they are rooting for him to fail with everything. And I was thinking about this as I'm watching here, while we're on air and on break, I'm still seeing media reaction and the way that they're trying to spin it. And, oh, well, can you believe that this failed? And then SpaceX had tweeted, as if the flight test was not exciting enough, Starship experienced a rapid unscheduled disassembly before stage separation. And there was like an engine cutoff sequence issue, and that's apparently what had happened. And they said, SpaceX had tweeted, with a test like this, success comes from what we learn, and the test today is going to help us improve Starship's reliability as SpaceX seeks to make life multi-planetary. And I think that's what science is. You experiment, and even when you're searching for knowledge, even because you anticipate certain things aren't going to go correctly, the success comes from learning from what happened and then building off of that. And I can't believe I have to explain the process of education to the left, or that any of you do. I mean, it's a little stunning. This is like some Galileo level ridiculousness here, to see the left deny the process of science, just like you saw the left deny the science with the government injection. I mean, this got off the launch pad. That is the huge thing. This was enormous. But these people want him to fail because they hate him. Like, apparently, do you know the New York Times pretty much almost had like a story about an explosion pre-written? I mean, I understand being prepared, but there's also being prepared to the point of, you're trying to hurry to confirm bias. It's really stunning. It's a thing that I've noticed from the left. And I think that it is emblematic of the leftist ideology. Because think about it. There are some people in society that are incompatible with freedom. And what I mean by that is freedom is more than just liberty. It's also about your freedom to celebrate your successes, but also it's about accountability. And it's about dealing with the consequences of bad decisions or mistakes. That's also a part of freedom. And one of the reasons why I believe that so many in the progressive left reject that and want government oversight is because that is not a deal that they are willing to make. These are people who do not want to accept consequences for bad decisions. If it's too big to fail, it's too big to fail. If you don't want to work as hard as someone else and you think that you should get special considerations for your mortgages, then you just push Fannie or Freddie to make those for you, as we're seeing with, for instance, this new rule on mortgages. The left does not want to deal with the consequences of bad decisions or mistakes. And that is part of liberty. You cannot have liberty, real freedom, without it. Real freedom is not a guarantee of happiness. Real freedom is the guarantee to pursue happiness. And sometimes you find it and sometimes you don't. But that's freedom. The left tries to romanticize what they think it should be. It should be a constant state of comfort. It's having a safety net 24/7 and never actually having to hit rock bottom. And that is not what freedom is.